Hi there. Today I'm going to be playing some Shadowrun Hong Kong because I just wanted to be honest. I'm a big fan of Shadowrun. It's a great time. And I just felt like playing a bit of it. Probably won't do a whole series right now, but I have plans for a few other one-offs as well. But for today, just do a bit of Shadowrun. So with the extended edition, you have the original campaign and the bonus campaign. We'll stick with the original. I'm going to stay on easy just because I'm just here to have some fun. I'm not here for a challenge. I'm going to pick probably the same character that I always choose. Yeah. There's some very interesting portraits in this. Kind of like the first one, though, I'll be honest. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Redhead with a bit of blue. Looks kind of cool. I like it. We're going to be a human. Just a good all-arounder, honestly. Elf could be good for what I'm going for, actually. Orc. A troll. Elf could be good, actually. There's a good portrait that I like. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Sure, why not? There's other classes you can be, obviously. You can be a mage, a decker, which is kind of like a hacker, a shaman, which I think is a summoner, yeah. Rigger, careful, which is drones. And physical adept, which is like monk. Combat, you know, hand to hand, probably. But I kind of like a street samurai, because you get a sword and a gun. What more could you ask for? Spend your karma. It's your experience points and your attribute points. And cyberware is good to have a little bit in. Razor hand. Yes, I do like the razor hand. Quickness. Pistol. Pistol's okay. But what do I need for this? Range up, yeah. I want full auto. That's such a good ability for my builds that I like doing. I also want close combat. We don't need intelligence because we're not going for hacking or drones. We don't need willpower because we're not going for mages. And we don't need charisma because could put 1 into charisma just to get the etiquette, which is like a dialogue skill. Corporate security gang, socialite, shadowrunner, academic. Let's go for Shadowrun. Yeah. They have 1 point available, which I'll put into pistols because it's good to have a sidearm. Alright then. And for our other etiquette, let's go with corporate. We're a corporate Shadowrunner, because why not?
You have 1 new message.
Hi. It's Raymond. I hope I have the right number. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I need your help. Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story, that if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. Yeah. I was wrong. I'm on my way to Hong Kong now, to finish something I should have faced a long time ago. And I need you with me. know we're not blood, and we didn't leave things in a good place. But you and Duncan are the only real family I have. Please, if our past means anything to you, meet me in Hong Kong right away. I'll explain more when you get here. I'm begging you. I'm almost out of time.
I'm sure he's fine. Raymond Black. The old man gave you a home once. Took you and Duncan off the gang-ridden streets of the Barrens. Sheltered, educated, slapped sense into you both. Until you almost resembled productive members of society. And then you took off. Left it all behind. Landed behind bars for a time. Tried to start a new life after that. It's been 8 years since you've heard Raymond's voice, until out of the blue you got this cryptic message. A plea for help. Meet me in Hong Kong right away. And wire to your account enough nuyen to pay for the flight and then some. The descent is rough. A squall comes out of nowhere, sending a solid sheet of rain punching into the suborbital transport. With a ragged shudder, the plane finally skids to a halt at the edge of the Czech Lapcock tarmac. An hour and an interminable number of emotionless security checkpoints later, you hail a water taxi to Victoria Harbour. Hong Kong looms ahead, pulsing with energy. This is a game with a lot of reading. This is going to kill my throat. You step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching into the transition. As soon as you're clear, the captain nods once and steers a small craft back to the harbour. The man never said a word, just handed you a warm brown duffel bag as you stepped on board, filled with gear, some stiff new body armour and a note. Better safe than sorry. D. Above, smog-thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights in the city in a nauseating swirl. The wind changes direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas, diesel, sea salt, street food and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. 2 figures stand waiting in the dim light of the pier. The first is an orc, lean with in-your-face muscles and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf, one hand resting casually against her hip. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Like I said, a lot of reading. Well, don't you look like shit? Duncan Wu, the closest thing you have to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years. Still as charming as ever. Green's not really your colour, car. It doesn't go with that nice new armour I got you. As you open your mouth to respond, something shifts alarmingly in your stomach. A liquid, bubbling sensation. Well, we have body 3 as one of our skills, so we can tough it out. Yeah, this is one of those games where your skills actually affect dialogue choices, which is very fun. I like that. Tough it out. Don't know what you're talking about. Must be the harbour lights messing with you. Huh, must be. Guess you still got some of your old fortitude at least. Given how much synthol you used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. Anyway, gotta go find Raymond. Where is the old man? Never showed up. He's still got that same baritone rasp. Had it since he was 12. Who developed early. No sense standing around then. Where's the meeting place? Not far, just on the other side of the pier here. He jabs his thumb behind him. The woman standing beside him breaks in. We should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad shows up. Copy that, Sarge. They're wearing Lone Star body armor, Looks like Duncan Wu's gone private police. Sarge? Carter, Seattle Lone Star. I'm Duncan's partner. And superior officer. She grins. I let him carry my coffee for me sometimes. Write my parking tickets. That kind of thing. I figured I could use some backup. Don't know what Ray's got himself into. And I wasn't sure you were going to show up. It's a tossed off remark, but there's an undercurrent of resentment in it. Well, surprise, here I am. Yeah, well, I wasn't sure, you know. Hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Kara, seriously, but I'm gonna need some time to get used to having you around again. Been a while since I heard from you know what I mean? Memories of sleepless nights in lockup flash by. Wondering if you'd ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if you even wanted to. And then stepping out into the daylight, suddenly free, the fallout of some obscure corporate restructuring. A few $100 million worth of an apology from your former jailers, and a decision to start a new life, to leave the past behind. All of it. Until now. I had my reasons. Can we leave it at that for now? Sure. Let's just find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us at the plaza on the other side of his pier. The sooner we find him, the sooner we can all have a big, happy family reunion over dinner. The sooner I can find a place to get a drink around here. Damn right. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises serpent-like from the sea. Government and megacorp coiled together, writhing in their basket of institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends and its tail begins. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pier. Upper follows. And now, we are in. We can explore now. We can inspect this. Fresh construction is expanding the harbour out into the water. What? Good to know. Just check some controls. Can I do that here? No, it seems like no. Oh wait, there we are. No, okay. There's a button that lets you highlight all of the nearby interactables, but I don't remember what it is. Ah, Alt. That makes sense. A locked gate. The guard shack at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives the gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Well, that was open earlier. Looks pretty solid. I guess I'll have to find another way to reach the plaza. Guess so. Strange that there's no one here, though, isn't it? Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. Come on, Rocky. We can cut through the construction site. I hate it when you call me that. Security checkpoint. The gate is locked, but a nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain down your churning stomach. Oh, good. Looks like there's a way off the docks on the other side of this gate. I think I can bypass it. We had Intelligence 3, we could do it, but let's just let her do it. Carter fiddles around with some wires and the door lock hisses open. Got it. Let's go. And it auto-saved. I'm sure that's perfectly fine. Movement! Shouting in Cantonese. More Cantonese, too quick to catch. The group on the dock was fishing out a package of the speedboat when you surprised them. Now the package at the bottom of the bay and the speedboat disappeared into the distance. They close on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbour glints off their weapons as they approach. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty. It's been years since Raymond's house and language lessons that wouldn't end. The old man never spoke anything but his native language at home. Wu speaks with authority. His Cantonese is as solid as ever. He never let it drop. You guys doing some late night fishing? Oh yeah, we're fishing for assholes. Hey, you're gonna need some better bait. All you're gonna catch with that net is trouble. Took a whisper at Duncan. Did they teach you that in Rent-A-Cop school? Try out a Cantonese which is passing through, or shout, Lone Star, lay down your weapons. We're just passing through. Why don't you put your guns away? Hey, you talk good Cantonese, baby. Real authentic. Actually, you just told me you're gonna crap a gun. Lone Star, put the guns down. The smuggler squints at Wu's badge, then smiled at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake or you're some kind of security guard. Either way, this ends the same. I think he's done talking. Turn-based combat. I don't need the tutorial, I've played quite a bit of this. So if you play something like XCOM, this is very similar. So one thing we want to do is get behind cover, because that helps us avoid the enemy shots. Get down there, but because it's out of the range of this, it uses 2 of our action points. Same with that. Let's go over there. Let's try taking a shot at this guy, because he's out in the open. Hell yeah! Let's get Duncan in cover, and then he can do the same. Let's get Carter in cover. She has magic. Can heal, can give armor. Or strip armor, or mana. Can't use that because he uses 2 action points and she has 1 left. So instead, let's just do her basic attack, which is a magic bolt. Darn it. Enemy turn. Because we're behind cover, they're not going to have great shots. Oh, that guy's a melee guy, so he's coming up. Oh, that's not good. I think we're stunned, unfortunately. So let's just full auto in this guy, or semi-auto. That's an AoE, so that's going to hit my guy, which I don't want to do. I don't need to heal, but give some armor, that should help. Try a shot. Damn! Oh, my guy's getting beaten up. Oh god, she's down again! Ugh. Just zap that guy. And now let's heal up. Oh, we actually died. Oh god. Okay. Okay, let's try full auto on one of you guys. I should heal up. Just let's play it safe. And do an aimed shot on the mage. You do burst fire. And then it's maybe a bit of a risky shot, but let's just throw a mana ball down there. Got a hit. Okay, we're back in business. And that's why I like full auto. There's a lot of damage. Screw it, let's go for the 60. Dang it! Missed 60% twice. Do you think those guys were triad? Not sure. Don't recognize their tattoos. Yeah, let's look around. Ooh, loot. Coco, an illegal street drug. Adds +1 body, strength, and willpower for 5 rounds. Every time the user is attacked, strength increases. Oh, that's fun. Security checkpoint. Another gate panel. This one's been vandalized and busted up good. The real nightmare of a repair job. Wu stares at the fence, considering. Loops and whirls of razor wire glitter in the lamplight. Looks edged with monofilament. Corporations here don't screw around. Why don't we just cut ourselves an opening? Even if you could, it'd snap back on you. Ever seen a high tension wire whip through a human body? You don't want to. We aren't touching it. How about it, Carter? Think you can get the gate open? What do you think? It'll take a few minutes, though. Yeah, I thought she was a mage. How does she know hacking? How can you multi-class? In Cantonese, Kara. He sounds like Raymond when he does that. The pen of my aunt is sitting on the end table. No, let's go with my actual answer. She is. Kara likes to know how things work. She used to be on the bomb squad. We speak only Cantonese from now on, just like we did when we lived at Raymond's. Those endless drills are about to pay off. Just like at Raymond's. At least you can still handle yourself in a fight. When I'm not getting stunned. Did you doubt it? Nope. The silence between you gets louder, heavier. Then it's broken by a sudden wailing screech. Wu's hand goes to his holster. The screech is replaced by the sound of grinding wheels. Glancing over to the console, you see Carter grinning back at you. Got it. Nice. One thing I love about this is just look at the environments. Even though it's low res or like kind of simplest, I suppose it's simplistic. It's technically 2D. Just looks really nice. The actual design and the aesthetic of this is really cool. The light from nearby vendors' stalls stabs you in your eyes, triggering a throbbing ache in the back of your skull. You stop short, squinting as rough voices drift in the wind. Where's everyone else? Where's the damn shipment? Haven't seen him yet. We just got here. The voice becomes irritated. Long Way is probably waiting for us so we can haul it out of the boat for him. That lazy bastard. Let's just hang out here. Let him find us. Looks like we're on a stroll through Smuggler Central. The gangers don't know we're here. We could probably just slip past. Or we could clip them. They're already looking for us. Might be better to take them out now while we've got the element of surprise on our side. Ambushing enemies. While unaware hostiles are on screen, press the unholster button to enter turn-based combat mode. So let's go out here. Yeah, these are enemy combatants, but we haven't entered combat mode yet. We can get into cover. And then shoot. And because we ambushed them, they don't have time to get into cover. Also, wow, the music got loud. Turn that down a bit. Jesus. For some reason that got really loud and I don't know why. Okay, you're not in a good position out here. Let's run you down there. And then run you... I don't want to get you too close. You see, because this one's got an empty shield, I mean, it's not great cover. Whereas she's behind a full shield one. Which gives a better cover. That's not bad. Yeah, let's get her over there. Would have been better if we could do some more attacks before they get into cover, but it'll be fine. We can probably full auto you down. You you can burst fire on that guy. And then you can mana ball. Not as effective, but god dang it. Let's switch to you first. Let's heal. Oy, oy, oy. And then full auto. Ooh, can pick something up there. A med kit, which I do actually need to use right now. So we're at 20 of 40 hit points, which is not good. And we could just use it from our inventory here. And there we're healed up. Nice. Yeah, I'd say that fight went pretty well. Move this crate out of the way. Karma gained. Is that enough to spend on anything? Probably not, right? Because this is basically our level up system now. You gain karma and you can spend them on skills. But we don't have enough for them, so moving on. Oops, something over there. Money. Oh, this looks interesting. Husky troll. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Crossing the street, you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, elf. 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers at the docks. Alert, poised, and professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. Unspoken, the message is clear. We're strapped, mind your manners. Wu stands up tall, takes that amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe-to-toe with someone bigger. Someone who doesn't know they're about to go down. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? God damn it, Duncan. The thick troll puts his mouth in a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in a dumpster, along with the last idiot who stepped to us. Wu coolly surveys the scene, nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You can almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Carter backs him up. She whips her arm forward, fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. Alright, everyone, just be cool. Thick Troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Wu's face. Little late for that, isn't it? Put your hands in your pockets. Listen, guys, my stomach's doing somersaults. How about we all put our guns away before someone gets hurt? That guy looks like he could use an enema. Something we could do for you, officer. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him? Mm-hmm. Wu's voice gets an edge. You can see a vein in his temple start to pulse. Where is he? Easy, Duncan. The troll maintains amused eye contact, but his weapon stays trained on Wu. That's right. Easy, Duncan. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. You were going to meet with Raymond? Mm-hmm. What did he want with you? The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. He needed friends, the heavily armed kind. The old man hired us to take you all out on a little excursion. Hired you? He takes a moment, looks them over. They're an odd assortment. A cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyberdeck slung on her back, and a tall man standing behind him, inscrutable. All with guns trained on Wu. You're Shadowrunners. Mm-hmm. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. A mercenary operatives? Criminal mercenary operatives. The dwarf cuts in, her voice is soft but strong. So yeah, you were right. Your buddy Raymond was associated with a bunch of hardened criminals. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know your old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You'll feel the heat coming off of him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their face makes it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. There's no need for this to get ugly. She speaks quietly to Wu, who listens without turning. His focus squarely on the troll. We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that. She's right. Let's focus on Raymond. You could tell the York girl's had enough of the tension. She blurts it out. The old man wanted us to take him to Kowloon Walled City. She waves a hand at the three of you. You too. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their head out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. You know the Walled City? Slum, right? I've heard of it. The girl sneers, rolling her eyes. It's a shithole. The worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. We get it. It's a real bad place. Now why would a little old man pay you to take him there? The dwarf standing next to her nods and jumps in. Wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot too. Just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under normal circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city's the last place I want to go. The old man rolled up in a truckload of Nuyen. And you gotta eat, right? Wu risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Interesting story. Sounds like a good time to ramp down the threat of violence, don't you think? The troll flashes you a smile that's all tusks and no warmth. Okay, gang, I'll tell you what. He looks at his team as he slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all going to put our guns down. Objective added, take cover. The sound of high-caliber rifle shots hangs in the air, and the red dots of laser sights sweep the area. Carter, the troll, and the elf lie dead in widening pools of blood, their heads broken open like melons dropping from a 4-story building. Nightjar! Nightjar, come on, big man, talk to me. Gutshot, no! She turns to the dwarf, her eyes wild with fear. Oh shit, this isn't good. A voice blares out from a loudspeaker.
This is the police! Lay down your weapons and put your hands behind your head. Come out where we can see you. Duncan Wu, Cara Jade, come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds.
Stand down, damn it! I'm law enforcement, Lone Star. He's driven deeper into cover by a hail of gunfire. Save your breath, they won't listen. Use your eyes, the bastards aren't here to make arrests. A sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showering her an explosion of plaster. We need a way out of here, now. Everyone pipe down, just give me a minute. The rat girl stares at the ground intently, as if listening. Then her brow furrows, her eyes go beady, and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. She snaps out of a trance. Okay, I got a way out. It's at the end of the street. Everyone come with me. Everyone? We don't need the rent-a-cops, gobbit. We're the only ones who... Their extra firepower is. I got us an exit, but we're going to need to get past the heat. We can't shoot our way out of this on our own. For nothing else, they could soak up a few rounds for us. Just stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to a back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. And now we have 2 new party members. Our objective is all the way down there. Okay, so let's get ourselves into some better positions, why don't we? Yes, run you down there. Run you there. You've got Gobbet, who is a replacement of our healer. Let's keep her out in the back. And then we have Izzy, who is a grenade launcher. And also mines. Okay. I don't fully remember how her kit works, but we'll figure it out. Haha. Oh, damn, there's some behind us as well. I could probably take you out. What? Oh, we can summon a spirit, but that's risky. Because you can summon a spirit here, which gives you a temporary ally. But if your summoner character dies, then the spirit goes a bit wild. But you know what? Let's try it. It'll help us out for a bit at least. And only certain characters can do that summoning as well. Dang it! Access point. We can hack that, but don't think that's going to help us much right now. Although, let's try it. Deactivate the drones. The police drones power down. And then she just point blank grenade launches them. Guys, yeah, it turns out that does help quite a bit. 38% is not great. Can't get you into a good position. Can move you down there for now. That's not great. Because she's summoned, she only has one action point now. But your summoning is a bit of a risk, but it is also quite powerful. Oh, let's see if I can reach. Not even close. Then we do need to spend one action point to reload. Okay, let's move down a little bit more. And we can hit you at least. Kind of expected, to be honest. Haste is not bad. Poison. Not in range for that, okay. Alright. I think I should have done first is do her turn first and then give our guys aim. Which would help a little bit. Oh, they've got a summoner as well. Delightful. We're going to want to take out the summon immediately, because, as we saw with our summon, they are quite scary. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is like a XCOM and all them, where no matter how good your aim is, you are still likely to not hit your target. Just keep firing grenades. start moving around. Maybe we can get around to flank them. Hey, at least we hit one. That's an improvement. Yeah, if you didn't do the hacking earlier, those drones would be hostile. But we turned them off. Damn, that is unlucky. Ah, but because of that shot, they're not in cover anymore. They got flushed out of cover. Which means we have better accuracy. I believe if we just land one good grenade shot. Got him! Just in case that's not everything. Let's make sure we're reloaded before we go forward. Okay, you heal yourself, because you're... Heal works a little bit differently, or a little bit weirdly in this game. And it doesn't actually directly heal you, it kind of just removes the last wound you took. Oh, god damn! The heck was that? So you can see there it says wounded 14, because the last hit we took was 14 damage. That's what we can heal. Let's get you there. And of course heal is on cooldown. So what we don't want to do is take another small hit. Because that would overwrite that damage value. I think that's how that works anyway. I don't know where the sniper is. Also, escape. That's our exit. Okay. Oh, they're coming up behind us. Okay. Scary. Let's keep you two close together so we can heal up. Next round. And have Duncan head up. Not really a good place for him to go. Whatever, we'll risk it. Ah, there they are. Okay, now we can heal. Now, I don't think we have to fight everyone. I think as long as we can get to the exit, then we're good. Okay, you're gonna be fine there. You'll be able to escape next turn. You're gonna be able to escape next turn as well. I think we're all good. Okay. Let's fire one more pot shot just to see what happens. Let's get out of here. The rat shaman guides you from the doorway into the streets through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements and empty buildings. Stumbling through refuse and filth, you make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbour. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes and the back of her wrists. Her rats squeak softly in the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, and then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewers, you can see they're nearly the same age, no more than 20. 21 tops. Oh, so it can be a bit sympathetic there, or it could just be like, oh, we need to get going. Or, do you need a rest? But no, let's just, we need to keep going. I think we've shaken them. Yeah, we're clear. Wu begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. Feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from cops. For fuck's sake, I am a cop. Yeah, we noticed. There's a Lone Star Sergeant dead back there, damn it. She was... Wu starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control, but he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw. When he speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm gonna get some of my own people down here. Then we're gonna find Raymond and figure out what the hell's going on. Whatever you say, big guy, you have fun with that. Iz and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. Best of luck, that's it? That's right, what'd you expect? We formed some sort of posse in our old, like in your old cowboy vids? Ride out to find the killers and see justice done? I mean, yes, kind of. We got you to safety, and now we are done with this shit. We don't intend to die for you. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from its holster on his left leg, raises it, starts tapping the buttons with a meaty finger. Interesting description. The Lone Star logo at the back of the device looks shiny and official. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network. My law enforcement status has been revoked. I don't believe it. They're saying there's an APB out on Ascara. You and me both. Figures, unless you heard them on the loudspeaker, they knew our names. Fucking hell. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the wall, his knuckles rapping against it softly. A pantomime of barely constrained rage. Suddenly he turns and slings his PDA at the far wall. It hits hard, bounces back, and clatters to the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. And on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isabel, let's... She's cut off by a sudden smashing noise, as her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet. The dwarf looks down at her work, unsatisfied, and brings her boot down again and again and again, until there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing and broken glass and circuit boards. Police issue. They could trace you through that. She turns to you, hands out. You two. It's on the network. Smash it myself. We bury our own. You crush the PDA to shards under your foot while Isabel looks on blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbet, sighs, and then reaches into her jacket pocket, pulling out 2 new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners. Suppose it's the least we could do, after your help back there. See, this almost sounds judgmental, but we don't want to do that. Thanks. Now what? Now we get out of this sewer and head our separate ways, right, Isabel isn't listening. She's staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating her horrid expression. Gobbet, we gotta go, right now. Isabel's voice is monotone but empathetic. She holds up her PDA to show her friend. They're after us, too. Her screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland city-state of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives, Duncan Wu and Cara Jade, along with their Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gobbet and Isabel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. Oh, shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell, known as the White Star, maintains ties to the state of Henan. It is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from anti-corporate groups in the UCAS city-state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbour. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crate. She's surrounded by a swarm of news reporters and appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but it was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop. We have already issued an all-points bulletin along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists. I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. If you should see 1 or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you are on an authorized network and take a picture, our system will automatically identify them in your data stream. Oh good! Mass surveillance. The Decker switches off the newscast and clips her PDA back into her belt. For a moment there's no sound but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gobbet bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for a new position. I thought we were fucked before. Now we are well and truly fucked. Doesn't look good, does it? Not at all. They've labelled us terrorists as an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. It doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with whatever city-state. They're going to hunt us down. It's open season. And the two of us will be hunted down right alongside you. We gotta go deep, hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out. Find a hole to crawl into. We gotta get them off the grid too. Way off. Hey, Lone Star. You got a security license, right? That means you've got a SIN too? Of course I have a SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlifes go sinless. That means that you can be traced, both of you. You get spotted by a drone or a security camera and get ID'd by a retinal scanner or try to use your cred stick or passport, the HKPF will know just where to find you. I know how a system identification number works, runner. So because we chose the Shadowrunner etiquette at the start, we have a new option here. We're going to have to burn our sins if we're going to survive this. You got that right, Seattle. We're just as screwed as you are. Me and Iz, we're listed as your accomplices. We can't afford to get caught. You'll lead them to us one way or another. DNA samples, things we've told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. The little Decker looks from you to Wu. Eyes narrowed, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Her voice is flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burned. Delete you from the record books. All of them. All of them? Oh, wait a minute. You want us to just erase our identities? Beyond the fact that it's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble our efforts to find us? Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with a siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Deleting our identities across the entire matrix sounds hard. It's very difficult. I can't do it. Some people can. Organizations, expert systems. We gotta ask for help. There's only one person we know who has the kind of pull to burn us in and hide us from the cops. Kindly Cheng. Well, let me guess, this Kindly Cheng is some sort of underworld hardass? Like a walnut. She's what's known as a straw sandal, the kind of middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate. Their triad. Kindly Cheng controls all the illegal activity in our neighborhood. Smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Middle manager? Is that a Yellow Lotus a syndicate or a retail outlet? Don't get the wrong impression, Kindly Cheng is no bureaucrat. She controls a good-sized portion of the Kowloon underworld. She has soldiers, resources, she's smart. She is not to be underestimated. Taking favors from a woman like Kindly Cheng is a good way to get yourselves in indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favors to a woman like that. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. Wait a minute, you know this woman? You've only met once or twice. Nightjar was the one who worked with her. Like I said, she's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowrunners for the corpse. Kindly Cheng is our fixer. Just stay on her good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings all hell down on us. Let's do that next time. Because like I said, there's a lot of reading in this. And it's been murder on my throat.